This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by
Porkfest.com.
I think there are a lot of fathers out there that don't want to pay what they're ordered to pay. Some might even argue that it's punitive, that the formulas that the court is using makes it difficult for anybody to survive in those situations. I've also been through a divorce, and I know how difficult that can be. So I'm not sure what the answer is, but I'm comfortable saying that putting them in jail does not seem to serve the purpose that...
I'm sorry, what was the last part you said? My machine ran dead. Does not seem to what?
It doesn't seem to serve the purpose. Putting people in jail for these reasons does not seem to serve the purpose that everybody is looking to get to. That is, the person who needs the money is not getting the money. The person who's in jail is now not able to provide the money, unless, of course, they have it stashed somewhere and just don't want to give it up. But at any rate, the person who is supposed to provide that money feels that it's not a fair process. And the art of any negotiation is determining that whatever the decision is, that it's a fair and equitable process.
Is there any attempt underway or expected to extradite him to California?
I have no knowledge of that at all.
Okay.
I don't have any detainers as of this moment, or requests for him to go anywhere else. There, I'm just not aware of them.
You said that doesn't mean they're not out there.
Right.
Yeah. How long is he expected to be in Cheshire County custody?
Well, for an issue like this, that's civil, it's until the judge releases the person. I've seen, as I said earlier, I've seen people be released in fairly short order if they reach an agreement with the court. I've also seen people spend a fairly significant amount of time here, which means several months.
What's the cost for taxpayers per day for each day that you detain him?
Here in Cheshire County, it's about $64 and some odd cents. It's about $64.59, if memory serves me correctly.
Will there be probably just one judge handling his case, and do you know who that judge is?
It would be the marital judge, and I don't know who that is, out of Superior Court in Cheshire County.
Okay, you know who the prosecutor is?
I'm sorry?
Will he have one prosecutor? Do you know who that is?
Well, see, it's not a criminal case, so I don't think there's a prosecutor and a defense in a civil case. Somebody is supposed to pay something that's ordered by the court, and they don't pay, so the judge finds them in contempt, and then they incarcerate them until they pay.
Okay.
I don't have the specifics of the case, and it's not unusual. I mean, even with the criminal cases that come up here, let's say for a violation of probation, a person's brought in and the charge is violation of probation. Well, we don't have any idea what the original charge was that brought him into the criminal justice system in the first place. So there are a lot of things about our criminal justice system where we do not communicate very well. One thing we do understand out here as jailers is that if we have a court order to hold somebody, we do that until the court orders us to release them.
Is there any process that you guys tend to go through, and if you are uncomfortable with having a prisoner, as I'm sure you often are, do you guys ever contact the court and say, hey, do we really need to be holding this guy?
We have done that numerous times, especially in the case of mental illness. We have been very proactive with somebody who's charged with a crime, who we're quite confident is mentally ill, and we're not just guessing at that. We have mental health clinician, a full-time mental health clinician here who determines it, and have tried to advocate for that client, and we've been very successful in doing that in several cases. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen as quickly as you'd like because of the system and the way that it's set up. With respect to civil cases, we do not advocate for the individual that's here, but I do recall, calling the court and saying, "Do you remember this guy? This guy's still here." And they're like, "Yeah, we know he's up there." And I'm like, "Okay," just to make sure that somebody doesn't get forgotten. Harder to do here, I think, in New Hampshire than it is for some larger jurisdictions like Los Angeles or the big areas. I mean, I've heard horror stories of people getting lost in the ranks out there and spending several months when they shouldn't have.
All right. Well, Superintendent Van Wickler, I appreciate your time and your candor and your accessibility.
Well, I hope I've been of some help.
All right. Well, the best help would be probably to let him go, but...
Well, I'll do that as soon as the court calls.
All right. Thanks, Superintendent.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Did you enjoy the 2008 New Hampshire Liberty Forum? Would you like a cheaper, more social opportunity to see New Hampshire and meet the porcupines? Well, now's the time to make plans for Porkfest '08. We're holding it at Gunstock Mountain Resort, June 9th through the 15th. We'll be doing a lot of this, a lot of this, and a lot of this. When it's over, you'll know whether New Hampshire and the Free State Project are for you. However, Laconia Bike Week starts the week of the 14th, so campsites and hotels will likely sell out. Make your reservations today. Details are at porkfest.com under the lodging section.